مايكل موكيزي وزیر دادگستری آمریکا 2009. مشارکت بسیار کم در به اصطلاح انتخابات تنها یک رویداد نیست. این بخشی از یک روند است. روند کاهش حمایت از رژیم، افزایش فشار اقتصادی و روند چند دستگی و از همگسیختگی درون رژیم. شما و شورای ملی مقاومت ایران مسئولیت دارید برای آنچه اتفاق می‌افتد آماده باشید تا ما کار نیمه تمام قرن 20 که جولی برمن فقید آن را براندازی رژیم ایران نامید به پایان برسانیم.
I want to echo Judge Freeh's warm greeting to Mrs. Rajavi, to those of you gathered here, but in particular to those of you listening in Berlin, in Ashraf 3, and in Iran. And to start out these very brief remarks, and they will be very brief, with reference to a recent event that was mentioned by Mrs. Rajavi and has been mentioned by others, and that is the historically low turnout in the election that was held, quote, in quotes, the election, on Friday. That event doesn't stand alone. It's part of a trend. It's part of a trend that started shortly after the revolution in 1979, continued through the 1980s with the massacre of thousands of people after uprisings, continued into the 90s, and culminated, of course, in 2022 with the horrible murder, and that's what it was, of Masha Amini, and the uprising that followed that, including by women who are seizing the initiative. That trend of uprisings is itself not alone, because along with it is a trend of diminishing support for the regime, and a trend of increasing economic distress, and a trend of friction even within the regime as they struggle over the succession after the death of the unlamented Raisi. All of these trends going on at the same time. There was a great economist in the United States who once said that what can't go on forever won't. And these trends can't go on forever, and they won't. Which means that you and the NCRI have the responsibility to be prepared for what happens when we finish what late Joe Lieberman, a good friend of NCRI and of mine, called the unfinished business of the 20th century, that is the toppling of the Iranian regime. When that happens, you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared not only with Mrs. Rajavi's 10-point plan, which is a superb outline for the day after, but there needs to be institutional support for it. Institutional support that's provided by a government that can make sure that what is in that plan is worth more than the paper it's written on. You need a government, and you will have a government, that will support that 10-point plan and make it a reality. And I want to tell you that when you do that, you will have the support not only of those gathered on this stage, but all of the institutions that they represent, of the United States government and of the American people, as you bring about a new day, not only for Iran, but for the entire world. And I envy you both the responsibility and the privilege of doing that. Thank you very much.
راسا یوکنه ویچینه، مقاومت مردم شجاع ایران گواهی برخاسته تزلزل ناپذیرشان برای آزادی و دموکراسی است. ضروری است که اتحادیه اروپا سپاه پاسداران را در لیست سیاه قرار دهد.
For over 40 years, the Iranian people have shown immense courage in their struggle to liberate themselves from the grip of a religious dictatorship. Their resilience is a testament to their unwavering desire for freedom and democracy. The destabilizing actions of the current regime pose a threat to peace and stability, not only domestically and regionally, but also globally. Moreover, the bravery of Iran's youth and women who risk their lives daily to resist the oppressive regime is both inspiring and heartbreaking. Their fight is our fight, and they deserve our unwavering support. The solution is clear: an Iran free from oppressive rule. In light of the recent protests and the overwhelming support shown to the people of Iran, it is crucial that the EU takes decisive action by blacklisting the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. I send you my greetings from Brussels, and I wish you a successful event.